يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد.
Among the descendants of Hashim, the great-grandfather of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, only Abdul Muttalib survived. Originally named Shayba, he became known as Abdul Muttalib because he was raised by his uncle Muttalib. Abdul Muttalib's father, Hashim, had passed away before his birth. Hashim had left his wife, Salma bint Amr, in her hometown Medina, while he went to Syria for trade, where he unfortunately passed away. Abdul Muttalib was born in Medina and lived there for about 7 or 8 years. During a visit to Mecca for Umrah, Hazrat Hassan's father, Thabit bin Munzir, informed Abdul Muttalib's uncle Muttalib that he had seen his nephew in Medina, practicing archery with other children and boasting excellent aim. Proudly claiming to be the son of Hashim, the child convinced his uncle to bring him to Mecca. According to some accounts, his mother gave her permission, while others say he was taken without her permission. The well of Zamzam had become buried over time, so Abdul Muttalib dug it up. He vowed that if he rediscovered the spring of Zamzam, he would sacrifice one of his 10 sons at the Kaaba. The Quraysh discouraged him from sacrificing his son Abdullah, fearing that such a precedent might lead other leaders to sacrifice their sons, potentially resulting in the extinction of the Quraysh lineage. At that time, the blood money for a human life was 10 camels. Abdul Muttalib drew lots, placing Abdullah's name on one side and 10 camels on the other. When Abdullah's name was drawn at 100 camels, they sacrificed 100 camels between Safa and Marwa. From that point on, the blood money was set at 100 camels. Abdul Muttalib's son Harith passed away during Abdul Muttalib's lifetime and was not a Muslim. Harith bin Abdul Muttalib's 4 sons, Nufal, Abdullah, Rabia, and Mughira, became Muslims. Nufal bin Harith converted to Islam during the conquest of Mecca, and his 3 sons, Mughira, Abdullah, and Harith, were also companions of the Prophet. Abdullah bin Harith passed away during the Prophet's lifetime. Rabia bin Harith's name is mentioned in the sermon of the conquest of Mecca, stating that the first blood to be forgiven was that of Rabia's son, who was killed by enemies. Rabia's 2 sons, Abdul Muttalib and Muttalib, were also companions. Mughira bin Harith converted to Islam during the conquest of Mecca. He was also a foster brother of the Prophet. His 2 sons, Abdullah and Jafar, were companions as well. Abdul Muttalib's son Abdullah was between 18 and 25 years old and was on a trade trip to Syria. On the way back, he fell ill near Medina, stayed with his maternal relatives from the Banu Adi bin Najjar, and passed away there. He was the father of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the Prophet was in his mother's womb at the time of Abdullah's death. Some biographers say the Prophet was 7 months in the womb, while others say 2 months. Abu Talib, the son of Abdul Muttalib, played a crucial role in the early life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Despite never converting to Islam, Abu Talib provided unwavering protection to his nephew, more so than even to his own children. Throughout his life, the Prophet made persistent efforts for his uncle to embrace Islam, but Abu Talib did not. He had 4 sons and 2 daughters, and his commitment to the Prophet's safety was steadfast. Aqil bin Abi Talib, captured during the Battle of Badr, embraced Islam before the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. During the disputes between Hazrat Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, and Amir Muawiyah, may Allah be pleased with him, Aqil sided with Amir Muawiyah. It is believed that his inclination towards Amir Muawiyah was influenced by his financial struggles, as Muawiyah generously rewarded those who followed him. Aqil's son, Muslim, played a significant role in the tragic incident of Karbala. Jafar bin Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, was an early convert to Islam who migrated to Abyssinia. There he famously delivered a speech in the court of Negus, also known as Najashi. Jafar was martyred in the Battle of Mu'tah, earning the title Jafar al-Tayyar, as both his arms were cut off during the battle. Allah granted him 2 wings in paradise, with which he flies around. His sons Abdullah, Muhammad, and Orn are recognized by some historians as companions. Orn, like his father, was martyred in the incident of Karbala. Ali bin Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, was the 4th caliph and one of the 10 promised paradise. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said about him, "You are to me as Harun was to Musa." He was married to the Prophet's youngest daughter Fatima. May Allah be pleased with her. After her death, Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, married 7 times. One of his marriages was to Khawla from Banu Hanifa, who bore him Muhammad bin Hanifa. According to many historians, the Awan tribe in Pakistan descends from him. indicating that the Awan are non-Fatimid descendants of Ali. May Allah be pleased with him. Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, also married Asma bint Umayis. May Allah be pleased with her, who had first been married to Jafar al-Tayyar. May Allah be pleased with him, then to Abu Bakr. May Allah be pleased with him, who fathered Muhammad bin Abi Bakr. May Allah be pleased with him. After Abu Bakr's, may Allah be pleased with him, death Asma, may Allah be pleased with her, married Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, who then raised Muhammad bin Abi Bakr. May Allah be pleased with him. Another marriage was with Umama bint Zainab. May Allah be pleased with her. Mehani bint Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with her, accepted Islam during the conquest of Mecca while her husband fled. She was married to Hubayra bin Abi Wab, a chieftain of Banu Makhzum, and had 4 children with him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, proposed to her, but she declined, citing her children and not wanting to neglect them or commit any wrong. The Prophet, peace be upon him, praised her response, stating that the women of the Quraysh were very loving toward their children and excellent camel riders. Zubair bin Abdul Muttalib passed away when the Prophet, peace be upon him, was 24 years old. Among his children, Abdullah, Suba'a and Hakim were companions. This Abdullah bin Zubair, may Allah be pleased with him, is not the same as the one who established the caliphate. The one who established the caliphate was Abdullah bin Zubair, son of Zubair bin Awam, may Allah be pleased with him, a cousin of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and one of the 10 promised paradise. Among the aunts of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Hakim bint Abdul Muttalib, also known as Baida, stands out. Her conversion to Islam, however, remains a topic of disagreement among historians. Another aunt, Atika bint Abdul Muttalib, also presents a puzzle, with varying reports about her acceptance of Islam, though more narrations suggest she did not convert. Then there's Arwa bint Abdul Muttalib, whose story is somewhat similar, though her son Talib bin Umayyah did embrace Islam, and was a notable companion who participated in the Battle of Badr. Moving on, Umaymah, another aunt of the Prophet, was the mother of Zainab bint Jahsh, may Allah be pleased with her. The reports of Umaymah's conversion to Islam are also debated. Bara, the 5th aunt, likewise has disputed accounts regarding her conversion. Lastly, Safiya, may Allah be pleased with her, is noted by Ibn Hajar, may Allah be pleased with him, as the only aunt who definitively embraced Islam. Allah knows best. Abu Lahab bin Abdul Muttalib, he did not participate in the Battle of Badr due to illness and died shortly after. A staunch enemy of the Prophet, peace be upon him, his wife Jamil bint Harb bin Umayyah was Abu Sufyan's sister. Among Abu Lahab's children, Utbah, Mu'atib, Durra, Izzah and Khalida all embraced Islam at the conquest of Mecca. Utbah bin Abi Lahab was initially married to Ruqayyah, may Allah be pleased with her, the Prophet's daughter, but divorced her before consummation. She later married Uthman, may Allah be pleased with him. Abu Lahab's other son, Utaybah bin Abi Lahab, did not accept Islam. He was initially married to Kulthum, may Allah be pleased with her, another daughter of the Prophet, peace be upon him, but also divorced her before consummation. Utaybah insulted the Prophet, peace be upon him, and was killed by a lion during a journey to Syria after the Prophet, peace be upon him, prayed against him. Hamza bin Abdul Muttalib, may Allah be pleased with him, was a foster brother of the Prophet, peace be upon him, having been nursed by Abu Lahab's slave Thuwaybah. He was 2 years older than the Prophet, peace be upon him, and was interested in hunting. Hamza embraced Islam early on when he heard that Abu Jahl was tormenting his nephew. In a fit of rage, he struck Abu Jahl with his bow, causing a wound. Hamza was martyred in the Battle of Uhud, and his body was mutilated by the enemies, which deeply grieved the Prophet, peace be upon him. Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib, may Allah be pleased with him, was 2 years older than the Prophet, peace be upon him. Abbas inherited the responsibility of providing water to pilgrims from his father, Abdul Muttalib. He was present at the second pledge of Aqaba, although he had not yet embraced Islam. Abbas, along with his nephews Aqil bin Abi Talib and Nawfal bin Harith, was captured in the Battle of Badr. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, demanded ransom, Abbas claimed poverty, but the Prophet, peace be upon him, revealed that Abbas had hidden money with his wife al-Fadl. Abbas later embraced Islam during the conquest of Mecca and migrated to Medina. After the Prophet's, peace be upon him, death, Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, would seek Abbas's intercession for rain. Quthum bin Abdul Muttalib died 3 years before the birth of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Dara bin Abdul Muttalib also died before the Prophet's, peace be upon him, mission, and he was unmarried and childless. Gidak bin Abdul Muttalib was the eldest son of Abdul Muttalib and died 5 years after his father's death, when the Prophet, peace be upon him, was 13 years old.
يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد